What's going on, people, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going with something a little bit different. I've been making videos for about a year or so now, and I thought it would be quite funny to go back and have a look at some of the old videos. And right at the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys a interesting take that I had, so stay tuned all the way to the end. If you do enjoy, please remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. So our channel, of course, has been built around Sorare, the platform, of course, you know, quite orientated around football and footballing opinions. So no doubt in the video today there's probably going to be some horrible takes, but what we're going to do is pretty much load up the channel, go to videos, go to oldest, and just yeah, first of all, I will say, obviously I make my own thumbnails, and just look at the difference here. Like obviously this is when I first started. Look at these thumbnails, man. And then, like, obviously my latest ones, I'm not saying they're insane, but you can tell I've definitely picked it up in the thumbnail department. But yeah, oh god, let's get into it, shall we? All it, but like a story almost about my
Yeah.
journey. So,
Okay.
here I am. I like to stream.
So yeah, I did. So obviously, for those of you guys that don't know, this is my first video, and you know, I did want to sort of just. I didn't even know how big or whatever it was gonna go, but I pretty much just wanted to document my Sora journey and just. But look how small my camera is in the bottom, and like, I don't know, it's weird. It's so weird looking back on it.
So I've had about 4.
Tell you what, I do not miss having these flipping Aston Villa players and Spurs. For those of you guys that don't know, the start of the year I had Aston Villa, Spurs, and then a couple of like under 23 pieces alongside the Newcastle boys. That hey, they're actually pretty good under. And again, I was quite focused on the under 23 competition, but of course we come to learn this year that the under 23s just doesn't really return as much as the in-season comps. We've seen my first ever video, and of course we've got to go back and look at the first ever episode of the Under 23 Road to Glory. Let's listen in. Are going to work together on a Under 23s Road to Glory with the £50 budget. And as you can see on screen now, this is sort of the scouting process that we went through. The players on the left are the ones that we have actually... I can tell I recorded this like I just look so tired. I'm so tired. Why am I recording it so late? Like my first, the first step in the journey. Let's listen to Cal. Fine in the future. Oh my god, so this is such a painful watch. Carl Hine. Who's Heine playing against?
He's playing against Sociedad, so pretty even game for the bottom of the table
at home. And then we got Carmona for Sevilla. Do you know what I will say? I kind of miss the old UI on Sorare, like popping them in like this, and you can see their scores as well. It's kind of clean. Like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think about this sort of UI here with like the older scores there? I think that's actually quite cool. Like, but yeah, it's so weird to watch back, but it does make me like happy because obviously see like the advancements that me and Cal have come to, I guess in nowadays under 23 Road to Glory episodes. Alright, now we go on to more of the prediction type of stuff. And for those of you guys that don't know, I had this sort of series on the channel, and it obviously didn't do well because it was one of my first series, but it was called Budget Builders, and pretty much at the start of the season I just built like 3 or 4 different squads for different budgets for one league. So we're gonna go through each league now. This is like this was like my like, you know, bottom of the barrel Premier League team, as you can see. And do you know what? It's not the worst. Like, of course, you know, we knew Ipswich like super cheap options, but I was on purpose spending cheap in the defence just so we could get some hitters. And to be fair, Elliot Anderson, obviously we know he's had a great season. Mateta, I think, was injured, and Inaman has been a bit injured as well. But you know, I wouldn't say that was a terrible like bottom of the barrel team like prediction at the start of the season. To be honest, he's a great goalkeeper, so he'll turn it around. Along with Mitchell, like Palace play down the wings quite a lot. They use their fullbacks. Obviously. Yeah. Munoz on the other side, but I'm pretty sure he's got injured. Okay. I think do you know what? I love the fact, obviously, we just seen in the FA Cup final how effective them wing-backs were for Palace. And yeah, I called it at the start of the season. That's the way that they play. They love them two wide players, and
Do you know what? As a team in general, this one are sort of like the next step up in budget. You know, targeting them Palace players was not a bad idea. Matoma, I think, not the best of seasons, but again, Evan Nilsson actually had definitely a decent start, but I think he got injured for a little while. But I mean, generally speaking, especially if Evan Nilsson was as cheap as that, it's not a bad little team again. You know, I'm not too upset with this one. So
here we go then.
To the more, you got a bit more money.
Oh no.
You're looking at the
Oh no.
the kind of the top end.
Oh no, stop.
No. What? Lads, look. What have I got? I've got two. I've actually got two. What a horrible day. Look, I wasn't the only person that thought Spurs were going to do alright this season, but oh, Maddison, and especially, well, Maddison was so good on Sorare last year. And Solanke. I thought Solanke. Why did I think Solanke was going to be him at Spurs? I think most people thought after his year at Bournemouth he was just going to translate it. It's just not went well, is it? Oh my god! You know what? This is like obviously the Newcastle defense. That's not too bad. Declan Rice is decent. Obviously had a good season, but the other, no, it's not good. It's not good. Right, let's see. What would I have done with an unlimited budget at the start of the season? Alright, if I had a budget, unlimited budget, what would I have built? Oh no. So this is assuming I don't care about money. Okay.
Yeah.
Gone with Edison and Gvardiol. Again, you can definitely have Alisson and Trent. Should have had Alisson and Trent. Is the best goalkeeper. Alright, moving on to the Bundesliga one then, and I can already see a lot of Hoffenheim players, and of course they had a horrible season, so this video is going to end poorly. Without any further ado, we're going to crack on with my builds. So, okay, I mean this team is a little bit more... Kramaric just didn't really do what I thought he was going to do, and he was meant to be the guy I think that carried this team, but Julian as well, yeah, not the best picks from me. Not good. Do you know what, looking at this team I actually don't mind it, because Lukeba I think is going to be a great player. Do you know what, this is the first one out of the three in the Bundesliga. I actually like this team. I don't really know necessarily how well it done this year, because I think Melo was injured for a bit. And Undav's, I think he's had a couple of goal involvements. But I actually like this team, to be honest. So, you know, it might not have done that well, but I think in terms of the long run and the players that are actually in it, I don't mind it. Right, unlimited budget in the Bundesliga. Let's see what I built. Would I have lost as much in the Prem? With that being said, moving on then, we've got Kobel. So we've got the do you know what? Defense. So Kobel and Schlotterbeck. I think Schlotterbeck. I'll tell you what, I've smashed it there. Like, okay, well, kinda. The defense, obviously not the best, but Kimmich, Kane, Marmouche obviously got his move. Do you know what? I'm actually really happy with that. Like, obviously the defence would have probably needed switching pretty quickly, although they did turn it on in the back end of the year. And Kobel has been linked with Newcastle, so he's obviously done well. But yeah, I think the only thing there is obviously the defence. But I reckon that would have won me a little bit of money back. So, you know, maybe unlimited money would have been a good thing in the Bundesliga. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you think I would have made decent return on investment with this side? Yeah. So the goalkeeper Van der Vaart, I think everyone that plays Sorare already knows about this guy. He's a bit expensive as well, but he's the second choice goalkeeper at the minute at Leipzig. Why so much Tottenham? Look, okay, so I've done, this is the under 23s version now, and the first side, actually, to be fair, Gilchrist, he's actually done really well. So that's a good one. But Van der Vaart's barely played. Bergval's done well. But Mikey Moore barely played Lancashire. I think he actually ended up going on loan. Yeah, not good. If there's a player that's like really obvious or popular that you don't see in this video, then there is a chance that we use him on the road to glory. Okay. Okay, so I did sort of say that, yeah, there might not be the most obvious picks in here. I wanted to go for a bit more rogue ones, but Juan Garcia was a fantastic shout from me. He has had an unreal season. Mark Gahey, obviously, he's decent. Roman Esse actually got a move to Crystal Palace because of how well he done. Ellie Sims actually did not do that well, but Pino was decent as well when he came back from injury. So do you know what? This team was not too bad, to be honest.
But
okay,
they seem to favour Tino because.
So I obviously talking about England youth setup, and I pretty much called it there that Tino and Hull would get their opportunities, and they did. And Dario has done well at Las Palmas. Ramazani didn't really get his chance at Leeds, to be honest. Raksaki not the best either, and we all know Noel had a bit of a nightmare. But Tino and Dario, what I'm sort of picking up from this video is sort of like, okay, maybe the players wouldn't have worked well in the team that I put them in, but there's like a couple of pieces here who are like, okay, they're decent shouts, but there's also equally some pretty poor shouts in here. So, yeah, I would say obviously Dario and Tino from the team pretty good. The rest, probably not. See, this was a good call as well about Borja Signs because he started the season off so well, but then just fell off. And we all know Naipan, of course, we're using him right now. Colio showed Debosh. It was decent shouts, but like, yeah, Borja Signs fell off, man. Wow.
Hermansen looks really, really good. Like,
yeah,
and he's playing for Leicester.
Yeah.
So, you know, Leicester definitely in the bottom half of the Premier League
Yeah.
for sure. And he just looks like a really cracking goalkeeper.
To be fair, that's a very good shout from me. Mads Hermansen, I still back that. I think it was almost certainly going to get a move. Hato's a great shout. He obviously played for the national team. Wana started the season off very well, but I don't think he's done too much in the back end of the season. Pedro, personally, I think he's one of my favourite players in the Prem, so I don't mind that one. And obviously, Bass was to complement the Hato pick, and Bass has actually had a really good season as well. So, do you know what? Not too bad from this team.
Didn't care about money and just wanted a great.
All the money. Let's see.
Oh no! Oh, it has saved. Brilliant.
Okay.
So yeah, Trubin in goal.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, pretty easy to build an unlimited budget under 23 team. With that being said, Gvardiol, Bellingham, Yamal all had 6 seasons. Musial, I think, injured for a lot of it. Trubin's just Trubin, and to be fair, this it would never. The thing is, because of how the under 23 like competition actually was, this 100% would not have returned my money, but that's purely based on the comp. But I think they all done pretty well, to be fair, so I'm not too disheartened with that one. Okay, so the last video we're going to do here is my tier list video, and this was me ranking every team's season so far, and I'm going to see like how bad that they done in the end, if that makes sense. I actually have way more sort of videos that I could react to in this one to go and look back on in terms of like scouting and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments if you guys are interested for me to sort of go back and have a look to see some of the other shouts that I did. But yeah, let's crack on and see how I sort of rank these guys and how they actually got on in the end. Yeah,
they're defensively pretty good.
Okay, I'm speaking
opinion,
sense.
So far
should
be enough to see them through. Although their squad is aging, I must say.
Yeah.
But they are.
So far, I've kind of put the two. Well, that they both got relegated. I don't think that was too hard to say at Christmas time. And I put Wolves and Everton in the lower mid-table. They're actually sort of sitting around that, to be honest. So I've pretty much nailed that so far.
At the minute, they're sort of here.
But I reckon
they probably sneak into the Conference League.
What am I talking about?
Because a lot of people are saying they obviously suck right now. I think Man U definitely are below Spurs.
No, they're not.
Brentford is an interesting.
They're not. Look, I'll happily hold my hands up here. This is a horrible take. This is the worst take of the video. What? Why was I so? The whole season I was so convinced Spurs would turn it around, and they just never did. And United, even predicting United to finish higher mid-table is, what was I doing, man? Yeah, not happening, was it? And it just didn't, did it?
And then we currently have Man City in 7th.
Time for recording. They were not doing well.
Now they've got to turn it around.
Yeah. Come on, Champions League. Come on. Come on, Flynn. Come on, past Flynn.
It's really weird if City don't get in the Champions League.
It is,
isn't it?
It is. Will they do it?
Weird. But are they better than Villa? Maybe.
Or
I'm gonna say City maybe somehow get fourth. Because
to be
just
fair,
really weird to see City not getting in the Champions League.
that's a good shout from me.
Chelsea
I'm happy with that.
They're definitely in. They're 100% in the top 2 sort of bracket.
Well, okay, we'll go that far
at the minute. We'll debate that.
Okay.
In a second, but
do you know what? Like, I think at the time Chelsea were doing really well, hence why I've sort of give that opinion. But generally speaking, that's I put Chelsea, Man City, Villa all in and around, and Forest as well, all in and around that sort of Champions League battle, and of course Liverpool being on top of all of it. And do you know what? To be fair, that is pretty much how it played out. So pretty happy with that.
To be honest, and I think
no,
they're a great side.
Spurs won't flipping pull it back. Oh, see, I've went on to do obviously chucking Arsenal in there. I don't mean that was too much of a mind-blowing one, but why do I just rated Spurs? Why?
Newcastle have to be in and around there as well.
What?
Newcastle missing out on
at the time. To be fair, at the time, I'm pretty sure Newcastle. I'm just saying, at the time of recording this video, I remember Newcastle were like 13th, 12th. So, hence why I put them there. Please put them higher.
Spurs.
Okay.
Maybe I've got Spurs a bit too high here.
Yes, yeah. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. He can do it. Pass Flynn.
No, I don't know. I don't know if Newcastle are gonna.
What? Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Back, to be honest.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
We'll keep it like this for now. And then obviously I'll go back and sort of somewhere down here.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe there.
Yeah.
Then we've got Palace. And Leicester.
To be fair, Palace, like at the minute they're sort of in and around the mid-table. Leicester obviously relegation. Yeah. Okay.
So right, let's rearrange. Let's see. So
okay.
I think the bottom
Come on,
three,
rearrange.
I'm pretty confident in that.
Hear it
at the moment.
Boom.
In
Done.
that order, anyway.
Yep.
I think Leicester.
Did they finish in that order?
No, I think if anyone.
Damn, they literally finished in that order. Oh, okay.
Switch.
Never mind.
Yeah. I think if anyone survives, it might be Ipswich.
No.
Not sure. I just like the way they play. I like their football.
I like it as well,
then
but
we've got
not for the Prem.
Yeah, they do better. Better than Palace. Though I feel like.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Smart. Yeah. Oh, it's just
look,
it's just Man U and Spurs way too high. Like I'm speaking sense about Palace being too low at the minute.
Yeah. The amount of money Man U have spent, you really like to think that they do finish above Brentford.
In fairness, you really it is poor United have finished below Brentford. So do you know what? Past Josh has obviously had a rotter predicting Man U to finish. Where have I even got them there? 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. But my sense is making sense, if that makes sense.
Could be completely off it because it always happens every season, right? One of the mid to low tier teams just burst through.
That was Newcastle.
And I think it might be Spurs, to be honest.
No. See, no, past Josh.
They play
no.
is just so
just terrible.
Gun ho.
Yeah, and terrible.
And they obviously
do it.
Bournemouth are exciting, but
see, to be fair, my logic is there. Like Spurs do have a good team, but what are they? It just doesn't work. And I'm literally sitting there saying Newcastle could be that team that burst through, and I didn't put them to go to go up there. But of course, generally speaking, Liverpool win the league. Then I guess the top 5 teams are battling for Champions League. If only I switched Newcastle and Spurs, and then obviously had Spurs and Man U in the lower mid-table, then it would have been pretty much perfect. But just I rated Spurs too much, man. So there you have it then, boys. That was me reacting to some of my old videos. Like I said, I didn't go through all of them. There was quite a few that I actually didn't watch, but a lot that I did, and it was good fun to sort of look back and see some of my terrible takes, and some good ones, to be fair. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, then let me know in the comments if you want to see more maybe videos like this. We can go back and look at some of the other ones. But yeah, if you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you guys in a future video. Peace.